S1, yeah. Yeah.
Shy beats.
Germ on the board.
Now when they eatin' in your face, it look flaming and burn. Don't compare what's on your plate, cause them tables gon' turn. Bow your head, say yo grace, and keep standing firm. When it finally turns, just be careful that you will learn to be grateful, just be grateful. You feel like you can't escape, just be grateful. Hella problems in your face, just be grateful. Know the greater's on the way and be.
I am so excited to sit down with you today, Yusef. What a powerful song, Grateful. I just got introduced to it recently, and it is a fire, complete fire. Would you mind just taking a few minutes and explaining to us kind of how you arrived at these fire lyrics that really speak to our spirit?
100%. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for having me, like honestly, for giving me the opportunity and the platform to be able to share what it is that I have on the inside of me. But just to answer your question, the way that I got to a space of like creating a song called Grateful, I had to go through a season that was very, very dark for me, right? Like moving back home to Pittsburgh and really being very, very uncertain and unsure, right? Like I had an idea of what I felt like God had for me as far as my purpose, but realistically, I didn't know how I was going to get there, and I didn't know when I was going to get there. And I think that, you know, what happened was that I was going through a period of depression and anxiety, and really just being afraid to be back in the environment that I grew up with, where I seen so many of my childhood friends die, you know, and go to jail. And it was just like so many fears that I had to deal with, right? Like where there was a time where I'll never forget, I was scrolling on social media one day and I had seen like multiple childhood friends, you know, like doing all of the things that they wanted to do in life, whether that was going to the NFL, playing D1 college football, writing books, starting nonprofit organizations, starting music careers. And it was like me seeing everyone do everything that I wanted to do. And I'll never forget that I was in that moment seeing, you know, friends that I hang with, like get the blue check and get verified on Instagram. And I was sitting there asking myself and asked God, and I said, God, like, why don't I have a blue check? Like, I be with these people. Like, why am I not verified? And he said to me, son, I already verified you.
Come on.
He said, son, I already verified you. And he verified me when he died on the cross for my sins, right? And so I think that it was from that moment that I learned about gratitude, right? Like, just through, you know, different YouTube videos and things of that nature, I learned the power of being grateful. And it started out with lists of me just saying all of the things that I'm appreciative for in life. And really what gratitude is really just you observing all of the things that are around you and just choosing to appreciate them and choosing to just be grateful for those things. And I think that because I was in such an ungrateful space in my life, I really just wanted to get into a better mental space. And what really helped me with my mental illness as far as like depression and anxiety, like, was letters of gratitude. And so every single day I would wake up and I would write these letters of gratitude, right? Like I would write them, and the way that I was able to be more consistent in my life in general was through every single day writing letters of gratitude. But before I even get to a space of being consistent, what really happened was I had to ask God for the grace. And grace is like an unmerited special favors from someone to enable you to be able to do something you wouldn't do had you not had their assistance or their, you know. So I think that God gave me the grace to be able to be consistent and show up every single day and write a letter of gratitude. And out of that space, like, it just helped me to be so much more peaceful, helped me to be so much more poised and calm, and it helped me to really just like have a perspective shift and a vision for my life. And so it was from that moment that I was able to begin creating freestyle raps, right? Like where I was making these freestyle raps, and I would drop them every single Thursday. And that consistency was birthed from me writing these letters of gratitude, right? Like it was connected to that. And from me releasing these freestyle raps every single week came me you know, get into a space where I won a business grant to be able to like fund, you know, my own business. But before I even get to that space, like honestly, like I really owe it all to like the power of fasting and praying. Like I asked God to equip me with the grace again and the ability to be able to fast and pray. And I went into a season where I fasted and prayed, like literally for the whole year of 2019, for the whole year of 2020, and the whole year of 2021. Like God just was like pruning my spirit. And it was through that season that I got back into church, right? Like that I attended a Bible study online every Wednesday. That I cleaned the church every Saturday night, and I literally worked the soundboard every Sunday morning, and Monday through Friday I was working 2 part-time jobs, and like God was really working and developing my character and helping me to be more consistent in life in general. So it was like, it was birthed from a space of me choosing to be grateful. That's how I got a job. That's how I got into a church. That's how I like learned about fasting and praying. Like all of those things were the tools that I was given to be more authentic, to be more myself. Because what comes with being grateful, right, like is you not comparing yourself to anyone else, but choosing to say, man, like everything that I need in life, I literally have on the inside of me. And once you realize that everything that you need in life is already on the inside of you, then you could just be grateful for that. And you can embrace it, and then that's when you can pull those things out and you can begin to walk in everything that God put you on earth to do. And so I think that the way that I got to writing, back to your original question, was writing these fire lyrics, was putting out consistent freestyles. First of all, writing letters of gratitude, putting out consistent freestyles, serving in the church, like humbling myself, going through the character building that God put me through. And then from that space, winning a business grant to be able to fund my music career, my dream, to be able to have on merch where like my rap name is Yusef Shelton Da First, and I literally stand for being the most official, authentic, original version of yourself, because that is like the essence of who we are. We are children of God, and like I feel like a lot of us need to get back to our original essence, which is love. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like that's why I was able to write those lyrics, because I came out of a space of being ungrateful. I came out of a space of being depressed and anxious and, having these doubtful, fearful thoughts. And the way that I was able to really like penetrate through, be consistent, and be more myself was through choosing to be grateful every single day. And then the song Grateful came.
Come on. 100%. It is a choice.
Yeah.
It is an absolute choice to be grateful or to be ungrateful.
Yeah.
And what's powerful is I love that you said this kind of came through a space of seeing the blue checks and seeing people around you kind of going up and being in spaces that you wanted. And in a lot of cases, a lot of us will see that and it'll just make us angry or frustrated, and we sit in that. But what you did was you said, God, I know this isn't what you have for me. I know this is not who you created me to be envious or ungrateful, but Father, give me the grace to go through this, and I will choose to be grateful. And you took inventory. You took inventory of what you have already. And from that space, this fire song, like, I mean, come on. If we could all just kind of posture our hearts to be and sit in that space of gratitude, what could we produce? How many of us are waiting for a check instead of checking with the Father and letting Him verify us? Come on.
Absolutely. And then that's where you realize that you are verified. You are worthy. You are enough. Like, and that's why I really stand. So if you don't know me, what I do is I rap to ignite purpose. And I give people the tools to be authentic. And some of those tools that I give people is through a curriculum that I created to help people understand how to discover their passions and operate in their purpose. And the way that you discover your passions and operate in your purpose is being grateful. In my curriculum, what I teach is that our soul is like a wick, right? And God is like the consuming fire. And gratitude is the oil that connects our soul to that consuming fire. So I feel like if gratitude is really just thanksgiving, is you just telling God all of the things that you're appreciative for. Oftentimes when I pray, I don't really ask God for a lot, because He has given me everything that I need, and everything that is His, I have access to. So I just thank God for all of the things that I want. And I think through thanking Him, He ignites my soul with a fire. And that's why I rap to ignite purpose. I rap to ignite purpose because I want other people to see, by having a heart posture of gratitude and being connected to the divine essence of all creation, which is love, which is God Almighty, which is Jesus, which is like just that consuming fire, being connected to that oil will seep down into your soul, and it'll set you ablaze, and everything that you will do, you'll be a trailblazer. You'll set a fire, and you'll literally live a life that is lit. And that's why my curriculum is called Lit for Life, because I want to teach people how to be lit for the rest of their entire life.
Yusef, if you could tell everyone who is watching this right now, who may be in a space kind of similar to where you found yourself, depressed, anxious, fearful, and they can't see their way out of it to a space of being grateful or finding gratitude, what is one thing you would tell them to do today?
So the first thing that I would tell you is that it's not about how you feel. There were so many days when I woke up and I did not feel like writing a letter of gratitude. It has more to do with asking God once again for that grace.
Yes.
Right? Like, ask God for the grace to help you to be able to see the things in your life that you need to be grateful for. Yeah. So that would be the one thing that I would tell you to do, is ask God for the grace that you need in order for you to be able to see what's in your life that you could be grateful for.
Yeah, and you don't have to look too far. If you've got 2 legs and 2 arms, start with the basic breath that you're breathing right now.
You got breath in your lungs. You got purpose in your life. Like, that's where you start at. You start, like, right here.
Yes.
100%.
What I love about Yusef's journals that he has kept over time is that a lot of the pages you can see stained by tears.
Yeah.
Know that sometimes when you choose gratitude, it doesn't come easily, and you don't suddenly feel this big smile come across your face. You may be looking for gratitude through tears, but still look for it. And I promise, as you find gratitude, just like Yusef did, you will ignite every space around you with more hope, with more inspiration, and with a greater hope for your future. We pray that this inspired you and uplift you, not just for this season, but for every season. God bless you.
So when they eating in your face, it look flaming and burn. Don't compare what's on your plate, cause them tables gonna turn. Bow your head, say your grace, and keep standing firm. When it finally turns, just be careful that you will learn to be grateful. Just be grateful. You feel like you can't escape, just be grateful. Hello, problems in your face, just be grateful. Know the greater's on the way, and be grateful. I know what it feels like to be feeling otherwise. I used to be down and out, wishing I was other guys. Now I'm on the path to real fulfillment, make my mother cry. Used to walk to school, but now I feel like I can hover by. Cause I'm on the come up, shining bright and got the sun inside. Tell the truth and rap, cause in my life I told a ton of lies. I was never shooting up the party out here selling pies. Rocking Chucks and Ed Hardy, thought that I was hella fly. Now my lyrics revolutionary, shall be televised. Now my lyrics revolutionary, shall be televised. See, I done truly had enough. If you know me, know what's up. For all my homies and the people who know me, then it's a must to be grateful. Just be grateful. You feel like you can't escape, just be grateful. Hella problems in your face, just be grateful. Know the greater's on the way, and be grateful. I was out here living nervous, now I'm in purpose. I can't even say I earned it, boy, I discerned it. I was speaking to the spirit, it gave me word and said, be grateful in all things.